we're going to learn math again together. So today we're going to learn about comparing numbers. Comparing numbers are really fun to compare them together. So in 4th grade, we call them digital numbers. So we combine these digital numbers. So like, I'll ask you, if you have a number and someone asks you, which one's the biggest, the largest? But here's the numbers. How could you know how to answer them? So here's the thing. So this is a real easy one. Some people make mistake that will say, is this one? Oh, this one's smaller. So definitely this one's smaller, right? But it's not about that, right, guys? But there's another way for us to do it. That way is wrong, but this is the right way. If we want to compare a number, we start from the top to the bottom. That means that we start from this part, the first part, so we go to the back part, we call the bottom one. So we just need to put it in place like this. All right, the same number. No difference here. There we go. And then we'll do the same, but you have to straighten the line together if you want to see it. There we go. There, you see? We just need to straighten it, but don't cross a line, okay, guys? And then you see, is it bigger than that? If it's not, but it's the same, that means that we have to move on until there's a number bigger than the number that maybe one of the numbers may be bigger than the other numbers. So when we see it, we'll stop. So like here, guys, the number 2 is the same. So nothing here yet, but wait, number 2 is less than number 4. So that means that this number, okay, here, it's much more bigger. This one, I mean, it's much more bigger than this one. So here we go. We could do that because there are 3 symbols. First is this one. Second is this one. Third is this one. You see? There are 3 symbols about that. So this one is larger than that, okay? So this is the larger symbol, the smaller symbol, and the equal symbol. That means that it's the right. Some people also mistake this. In 4th grade, there may be many numbers to 1 trillion or to 1 billion. Okay, guys, we only learn to 100,000. 100,000 is one of them. So maybe sometimes there's a number, like one number is more than others. Like, for example, I'll write some random numbers, and here we go. So this numbers, I'm still giving it easy peasy, but what about this number? It's kind of the same, right? We can't just move it to here. If we move it here, we see that, this one's only 3, this one's 4. So before you do like the one I did, then you have to count the numbers. How many numbers? So if it's equal together, you'll have to do like I just did. We'll have to compare it like that. But if it's not the same number, like one is 3, one is 4, 4 is more than 3, right? So this one surely is the biggest one. Even though how big your number is, we have to count the numbers like 1, 2, 3. If it's 3, but it's less than some numbers outside is bigger, that means that it's wrong. So now we understand. So just remember these steps. First, you have to count the numbers before you compare them together. If there's more than something of the other number, this means that one is bigger. So that's the fastest way. But if it's all the same like this one, we have to compare it together. So let's do a little quiz to check if you understand. So here we're going to make these 3 symbols appear here. So okay, so here we go. So first, what do we do if we want? So we have to count the numbers, right? So both of them has 3, so they're the same. They're the same already, okay? First, we're going to count the numbers already. Next, we're going to compare them. So 2 is equal to 2, right? 2 is less than 3, so that means that this part is bigger. But it doesn't matter if it's bigger in the first number or the back number already. We don't care about the next number at all. Don't just say that 2 is bigger than 4, and 3, so 4 is bigger than 0 like that. We don't do it like that anymore. So next one is this one. There are 4 numbers on both sides. So what do you think? Is it 2? This one's 3. So 3 is more than 2, right, guys? That's why this is bigger than that. Next one, this one's kind of looks the same because it is. Both of them has 3, you see, and they both have the same numbers together. So it's equal together, guys. So this one is it's real easy for you if you understand. This one's 3, this one's 3, but the back one is 5, and this is 4. 4 is less than 5. That means that 5 is bigger. This one, this one's tricky. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers here. Okay, let me just mark it here. And here, how many numbers do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4. there are only 4 numbers. So, like I said, first we counted, but these numbers don't fit together, right? It isn't the same number. So this one surely is bigger. Next one. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers again. Then this one has 4 numbers. So definitely this one is again 5 is more than 4. Next one, the last one. So you might see that they both have 3. And here is definitely 4. So well done, guys. You completed the quiz. But now let's do another quiz to check how much you understand. So there are more than the ones that I just picked out on the board, right? But these are pretty simple, guys. We just need to choose them. So let's count them. So they are 6 here and 6 here. So now we have to do the math problem, the equation that we just did. So here it is the same, right? 3 of these are the same, right? Don't you see it? So 4 is the same as this, but 5 is more than 3. So that means that this number here, it's bigger. So it's here, definitely, okay? Let's check it. Yes, we're correct. Next one. Now we also counted. So there are 7 here and 7 here. So they have the both same numbers. So that means that it's same. Kind of the same, but are you sure about that? Because there's a 1 and there's a 4. 4 is more. So this one is A, actually. There we go. So let's check it. Oh, now we see. This one's definitely more, right? But this one's less. Because there are, maybe let's say, there are 3, 6, 9. There are 9 numbers here. But here is only 8. So 9 is more than 8. So this one's the biggest. There. So this one. You could see by the number that this one's missing 1 number. And this one has 4 numbers. This one's 9. This one's 8. So 9 is more than 8. So this one's the correct one. So here we go again. Now we have to count it. Here we go. Look. So this one is, they both are the same. It's 6, right? But the first number is already very clear that 7 is less than 8. So that means that this one is more. Well done. So next one is that which one's correct? So let's check one by one. So let's see. Hey, this one has the both same numbers. I mean the same when we count them. But are the numbers really the same? So 3, 3, 5, 5. What about 4 and 5? 4 is less than 5. But here, it still shows that this one's more. So this A is wrong. We don't count it. So this one, it's wrong because this one's less than this already. So nope, it's not this one. This one, let's see. They both have the same number. 2 is less than 3, but it still gives us the biggest. So the only hope to us is D, guys. And D is also correct because this one is less than the number that we count the numbers here. Do you see, guys? Here we go. Oops, I have chosen. Forgot. There we go. So now we'll do the same thing. So this one's less than 100 there, 100,000 here, but it still gives it's bigger. So nope, it's not A. This one's kind of correct, but let's just check the other one just in case because both of them has the same number and 0 is less than 2. That's correct, but let's just check the others just in case. So here we go. This one has, I think, 7 here and 7 here. Let's see. They don't equal to each other, right? Because this one is less, this one's more, and this one's less, right, guys? So it's not correct. This one's even more wrong. So the only one is B. There. Next one, guys. So which is the smallest number that has 7 digits? That means 7 numbers. So what do you think? It can't be 0, 0, 0, and 7 zeros, right? It couldn't be at all. So what about this one? Is it the largest? So let's compare them with these 2 numbers. So this one's definitely bigger than this. So there's both of these are wrong. But what about 2 of these? This one has less number than this one. So A is the correct answer. There we go. Next up, which is the biggest number that has 7 digits, but they are different? This one's kind of difficult. So this one, if we choose it, it's more, right? But it's not different at all. So this one's not correct. These incorrect too. Even though it has 7 digits, this one is not the same. 9s are all the same. This one's even more wrong, guys. So definitely this one's the last one. Let's go. There. So next one we go. Which one's the biggest number? Let's see. Let's count it together. Well, this one has the less number. So A, it's not correct. So what about the others? So let's compare this with D. So 4 is more than 1. So this one's that's not correct at all. But what about these two? So 4 is more than 1, so it's only B the correct one. There, we finished it. Well done, guys. So let's go on to the next one. But this one, we're not going to move to the middle part anymore because it's the middle part. So let's do a little higher one. Oh, so this one we get to do it from the biggest to the smallest. And get to, you see, you look at the numbers. So what do you think? Which one's the smallest? So these two are the smallest because they both have 10s. The others are bigger numbers. Even 11's bigger than that. So that's definitely not one. Not of these. Maybe not one of these. But let's just say this one's definitely it. Because 0 is less than 4, right guys? So it will put into the first one. And this one will put into the second column. So this one is more than 11. This one's even more than 11. So this one's the next. There we go. So I hope we're correct. This one's from... I think we're kind of missing something because I forgot where it's going to do it from. From the biggest to the littlest. We forgot. So the biggest has to be this one. So let's do both ends first. There we go. And now we just fill in the columns. Easy peasy, right? So let's see. Let's check it. We don't want to mistake anything. Okay. We're sure. Yes, we're correct. This one is now from littlest to the biggest. So let's see. So we're going to divide it a little into groups, like I just said last time. So 11 is one group, 293 is one group, 700 is one group. So that one, let's check it. 2 is less than 9, but 9 is more than 7. 7 should come first, right guys? So this one's, I think it's the opposite or something. Let's check it together. Both of these are the smallest, but are you sure they're smallest? So first, it has to be backwards. This one's correct, but it has to be backwards instead. So this one is going to be 1, 1, 2 first, actually, guys. Is there a 0 here? If there's a 0 here, it will be 0 first, and then 2, and then this one. So this one's the last. So it's D. We're sure of that. Yes, we are. So next one. This one's from biggest to smallest. So from biggest to smallest, 2 is definitely not going to stand first, sorry. But in all these numbers, 9 is the biggest. So C is correct. Because you just need to see it because you don't need to do anything with it. So just press on that. There we go. Just need to look at it. That's the most. So this one is that way to put it in order from smallest to largest, guys. So smallest, we definitely know that. Here's all 1. But the second number, 2, 2, 5, 0. 0 is the less. So this one's definitely going to be correct. Oh, why is it C? Why? It isn't. Huh? It doesn't have an explanation, but this one's less than that, right? It's less. So maybe the answer is wrong instead of mistake. I didn't see it because there's so many numbers here. But in math, we have to be careful next time. Even I can mistake stuff because these are more than that. So it has to be choose B. So sorry guys, this is kind of a mistake. So it's okay. Maybe I'll get it wrong next time. Maybe I'll get it right next time. This one, let's be careful this time. We don't want to mistake anything. So this one's from the littlest to the biggest. So these are Vietnamese words, and maybe you could read it too, guys. So let's see. This is the chart, and it has name in it. So Vietnam is here, and lots of other things here. Vietnam is about here. That has about many people like that. And let's count the numbers together because we don't want to mistake them, right? So let's count it. So I think this country is the biggest because it has the most numbers. But this one's Vietnam, I think, is the second largest. And then comes to this country, and then to this, and then the last is going to be this. So this one's from the smallest. So the smallest one is this one. And then we go to this one. After that, we go to this country, then to Vietnam, and to this one. So let's check it before we submit it. We don't want to get it wrong, right? So let's see. This one, it's not really smallest because 0 is less than 4. So this one surely is smaller. This one's the second smallest. This one's the third. This one's the fourth. This one's the last. Yes, we're correct. This time we're kind of careful. Wow, this one, you have never saw this before, right? Because underwear didn't teach you that yet. But it's super simple. Just need to look. So these two are filled in and like this too. But what's the first number? This one is bigger, so the only way is to be 0. This one's bigger, so it's 0. There we go. So next one. So these are 7 numbers. So let's see. Oh, we're to make 7 numbers, 7 digits. I mean, 7 numbers are 2 weird. 7 digits that are the smallest. Only one, but in it has 7 digits. So let's see. Both of them are 7 digits, but it's the smallest as can be. So it can't begin with 0 because 0 means nothing at all if it stands in the front. So these two, so this one's more wrong because 9 is bigger than most of these, but these are ones all. But 2 is more than 0 and 0 here, so B is not correct. Next one, let's say 4 B's are correct, but 8 is less than 9, so this one's the only hope. There we go. So next one, this one is time for the biggest. This side is bigger, so we already made this number 1, 0. Oh, 8 is missing. And more than 8, we just need to plus 1. If it doesn't have anything here, we have to plus more than that. So it's 9. Plus 1 is 9. There, we're almost finished. I hope we get them correct. Oh, so this one, can you guess what it is? It's like this number is bigger than this number, but it's smaller than this one. So the only one is that they both are the same. But 90 is too big, and this one is smaller, but it says bigger. So it's not correct. This one, I think it's kind of correct, but let's just check. 1, okay, this one's kind of correct. What about this one? This one is, it has to be smaller, okay guys? Just remember that. Oh, this one's bigger than this. No, 0 is less than 1. This one's more than both of them, so C is the only one. There. Next one is, this one's the middle one, like we just did last time. So what do you think? This one has to be kind of in the middle, and it didn't get into the way. So this one has to be less than this, but more than this. So this 9 in the place, it's not going to suit it, because if it's already like 9, or 9 is more than 0, so this B is not correct at all. Next one, 8. What about 8? 8, this one's 1. This one's kind of correct because it is correct. 10, I think that's a much too much number, even for this number 2, guys. And 8 is too less. It's smaller than this one. So 8 is the only one. We're correct. So we got 9 only, but it's okay, everyone. Maybe next time we'll have fun again. So bye, guys.